Hello everyone and a very good morning and a warm welcome guys. And I can see a lot many people here. Akash is there, Aarti, Ruchi and Rahul. A very happy new year to you guys as well. Aarti, Akash, Ruchi, Rahul and everyone out there, each and every subscriber of ours. Thank you so much for joining in, and also I wish that this year brings prosperity and good health for everyone, for each one of us, I must say. Guys, I hope you guys have been like very much excited about the day. Like, it's a new day, it's a bright day, and then a new fresh start. We all have believed that 2021, the day we hit 1st January, things are going to be like they will get back to normalcy. Now, normalcy is another vocabulary word that I'm going to introduce right here. Normalcy is a state of being normal, like normal situation, a normal condition. That is normalcy. So I hope that things resume to normalcy and we all get to lead our lives the way we were doing it earlier prior to COVID, right? Yes, definitely. Guys, today's article or today's session would be based on something different apart from politics, apart from COVID, all of that we've done, politics and COVID, everything we've done. This time it's from entertainment buzz and things that have been like a bit of different. As you can see, the heading as well, the headline for the article gives as "No show on Rajinikanth." No show on Rajinikanth. Why we're saying no show, you'll get to know once we start with the article, and I'm going to give you important words, and the words vocabulary that we're going to do today, they are the frequently used ones. Like, they are most commonly used, they are used in like in your generic conversations as well, so you can put them into use. Okay, yeah, most of you can see 2021 written here, and when I was jotting it down, it was a bit I was a bit conscious about it. I have to change the 2020 as 2021. So yeah, it's a new year for all of us. All right, let's get started with the session right here, guys. It says Rajnikant seems to have realized that there are no shortcuts to power. There are no shortcuts to power. That means maybe he has realized that he cannot simply come have the authority of something. Why? Which power are we talking about? I'll explain it to you further. It is related to political party, but somehow it is linked to the entertainment buzz as well. Veteran Tamil actor Rajinikanth has again reveal is a verb which means to express, okay, or to show, okay, सबको दिखाना, जैसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं प्रकट करना, all right, to show, प्रकट करना. So he has revealed his mercurial character. Mercurial is an adjective, learners. Mercurial is an adjective. It means something that is temporary. ठीक है, जो फ्लीटिंग है, जो लाइक इधर से उधर, लाइक एक होता है ना, एक फिक्स कैरेक्टर नहीं है, इट इज चेंजिंग, ओके, अगेन एंड अगेन. सो इट इज अ mercurial, that means temporary, like that means something that keeps on changing, okay. You can say fleeting or floating, ठीक है. Mercurial character by dropping his plan to float a political party in January 2021. So he says by dropping his plan, that means now he is not going to have his own political party. He has planned this and he has announced it that in January 2021 he is going to come up with his own political party. But now he has dropped this plan. He is not coming with any other party and he has dropped this plan of having his own political party. His decision came as an anti-climax to his hyped up political venture after his announcement on December 3. On December 3, when he made this announcement, after that, this decision came. There was a hyped up, political venture he is going to give. That was an anti-climax. That means साल का जो एक अंत करा है उन्होंने इस climax के साथ करा है. Even though his reasons, including his fragile health. Fragile, again an adjective. What is fragile? It is an adjective. Why? Fragile adjective क्यों है? See, it is qualifying health. हेल्थ फ्रजाइल है, तो हेल्थ के बारे में बताया जा रहा है. सो इट्स एन एडजेक्टिव विच मीन्स इट इज़ बिट वीक. हिंदी में हम कहते हैं नाजुक, कमज़ोर. ओके, so because of his fragile health and the threat of the new COVID-19 strain are well known. So these are the two major reasons, his health and the impact of COVID-19. His supporters had been hoping that the septuagenarian actor, this is again an adjective which means a human or a person who is 70-year-old. ओके, जो 70 साल के हो चुके हैं उनको सेप्टाजेनेरियन कहते हैं. जैसे ऑक्टाजेनेरियन विल बी 80. ओके, हेक्सा विल बी 6. सो ऑल सेप्टाजेनेरियन इज 70 years. Who has had a kidney transplant would provide a credible third political force in Tamil Nadu, where duopoly has been the norm for over 40 years. Duopoly, that is dual government rule. Okay, there have been dual government rule. Duopoly is noun. कहते थे कि दो तरफ से दो government सांठगांठ करके they are ruling for over 40 years in Tamil Nadu. So people and his supporters, they believe that he is going to bring a new wave. When his political party comes, he will be the sole leader, he will be the sole person in power. So this is what the writer says, that he has realized that there are no shortcuts. Things cannot be done so easily to come to power. You have to have patience. It takes time. It takes a lot of effort. So as of now, there is no show on Rajinikanth. There is no political party. He's not going to have anything now. Okay. Duopoly, please remember this. This is fragile, mercurial, and we've just done reveal. Alright, guys. I hope you guys are right there connected with me. Ruchi, Rahul, Aarti, Akash. I hope you guys are right there with me. And you guys are having attention, paying attention, or paying heed. Another word for attention is heed. Paying heed to it. H-E-E-D. Alright, any doubts, you can quickly write down to me in the chat box and I'm going to revert to you ASAP, like immediately, instantly. Alright, guys. Moving ahead, the writer has added, the state's political landscape will now continue to be dominated by the two established players, the ruling AIADMK and the DMK, which together cornered around 63% of votes polled in 10 assembly elections held since 1977. Smaller parties will now be forced to operate within this limited space. Smaller parties will now be forced to operate within this limited space. See, the writer has given you even the numbers to judge. 63% of the votes in the 10 assembly elections, they were completely sidelined. AIA, DMK and DMK ruling together. Smaller parties, they were forced, they were compelled, they were given limited space, they have to be operating from there only. The BJP, which was perceive, okay, this is a verb. Perceive is a verb which means to perceive is a verb which means to see or to expect. Okay, something. Perceive is to see or to expect. Like for example, if I talk about कहते हैं ना एक चीज़ का किसी को देखना, but देखना in the sense एक आशा के साथ, like एक उम्मीद के साथ, that you're expecting that something like this would happen, you're perceiving something, आप सोच रहे हो कि ऐसा होगा in future, right? That is perceived. So BJP, which was perceived, which was thought to be the one that was behind Mr. Rajinikanth's political venture. People thought that BJP is the backbone. BJP is giving the support, all the support that this political venture of Rajinikanth needs. So people were in this perception. Is hopeful of getting his endorsement at the time of assembly election slated for April-May 2021. Slated, this is another word for dated or planned for. Slated for, that means planned for, okay? That is slated. So please remember this word as well. It's a word that is commonly used, and that's slated. The writer further adds, but even if he does back any front, it is unlikely to be a decisive factor, as his statement against former Chief Minister Jayalalitha was during the 1996 Assembly election. So here this goes against him. If he does back any front, अगर उनको मिलता भी है support, तो ये decisive factor नहीं हो सकता, ठीक है, क्योंकि उन्होंने पहले जो चीफ मिनिस्टर थी जयललिता उनके अगेंस्ट he gave his statement in 1996 assembly election, so these things could go against him. His support to the BJP AIADMK front during the 2004 Lok Sabha election failed to convince voters when the DMK-led combined won all the 40 seats in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. So this is an example quoted by the writer that this is what happened in 1996, this is what happened in 2004. So definitely the effect or the impact of this that happened earlier in past, and you know, in this political field or section, what happens is past plays a very vital role. It plays a vital role because the reason is because people do not forget things easily. They see that what effect it had earlier and what effect it would have now. So things may vary, but also it will have, you know, the impact or the effect. It would be there of the things that have happened in the past as well. So things cannot be just forgiven and they cannot be just gone. The things they are there. They're stuck right there. Further, the writer adds, the episode is an opportunity for those seeking to build a viable alternative. Viable, again an adjective, which means something that's feasible, जो कि आसानी से संभव हो. Okay, viable means feasible, जो कि संभव हो. That is viable. So to build a viable alternative to the Dravidian parties to look beyond the film industry. So the episode मतलब ये जो चीज़ या जो भी चीज़ अभी हो रही है अभी, ये एक opportunity है. किन के लिए opportunity है guys? जो कि देख रहे हैं, जो कि चाहते हैं, those who are seeking, those जो कि ढूंढ रहे हैं an alternative to the Dravidian parties, okay, to look beyond the film industry, कि वो film industry के आगे भी कुछ देखे. They should look for something else as well. What the state needs, they should go for that. So they're looking for a viable, for a feasible, संभव, जो कि एक alternative हो सकता है. People, उनके लिए ये एक बहुत अच्छी opportunity थी. Cinematic charisma. Charisma is a noun, guys. It means the charm. Okay. कहते हैं ना किसी चीज़ का जो लुभावनापन होता है, आपको जो अट्रैक्टिवनेस होती है उस चीज़ की, किसी चीज़ की. सो वो किसकी अट्रैक्टिवनेस की बात कर रहे हैं? सिनेमा की. So cinematic charisma cannot make up for the lack of political acumen. Acumen is again noun that means sense, you know, being wise. Okay, जो skill होती है. Okay, that is कला जिसे हम कहते हैं. तो वो कह रहे हैं कि सिर्फ सिनेमैटिक चार्म और अट्रैक्टिवनेस अगर आप में है तो आप के ज़रूरी नहीं आपके पास पॉलिटिकल जो ये स्किल्स होती हैं वो भी हो. एंड ग्रास रूट्स वर्क. आपको नहीं पता कि पॉलिटिकल जो पूरा का पूरा जो कि सेक्शन है उसमें ग्रास रूट लेवल से, आपको बेस लेवल से चीज़ें शायद आपको नहीं पता. आपको तो हल्का हल्का ऊपर का ही जो दिखता है वही चीज़ें पता होंगी. Any political movement will have to be built by articulating public grievances. Articulating, again a verb that means clearing. Articulate means, as an adjective it means clear, but as a verb it means, you know, clearing or sorting out or solving किसी चीज़ को एक तरीके से you're just trying to solve things. So what are we trying to solve? We're trying to solve public grievances. Grievances, complaints. जो public के complaints है, we're trying to address them. If you address the public grievances, things then slowly, gradually a political movement builds up. And you also provide them livelihood concerns. And representing popular aspirations and the desire for progressive change. Mr. Rajinikanth had no concrete program. Concrete, that means strong or substantial Concrete is an adjective, guys. It means something strong, something substantial. So Mr. Rajinikanth, the writer, said he did not have a strong plan to come forward to offer other than a vague promise. Vague, that is an adjective which means unclear. किसको हम अनक्लियर कह रहे हैं? प्रॉमिस को जो उन्होंने किया था वो अनक्लियर था, वो अस्पष्ट था. What do we mean by unclear promise? It was of spiritual politics and a crusade against corruption. Crusade, that is, a movement against corruption, a deliberate movement that Mr. Rajinikanth would lead. Crusade is noun, that means a movement against corruption. Okay, so he gave this you can say it was a bogus promise, it was a vague promise, things were not clear. Okay, further the writer adds, although Tamil Nadu is well placed on development indicators, it has had its share of chronic issues. Chronic is an adjective that means deadly. Okay, janleva. So chronic issues, inter-district variations in maternal mortality ratio and infant mortality ratio, intra-district inequity in access to health care, a gap in income between districts and a rising urban population. The pandemic has exposed the vulnerability of the economically weak. Expose the vulnerability मतलब जो कमज़ोरी है वो जो कमज़ोरी है vulnerability, जो कमज़ोरी है वो डेफिनेटली और ज़्यादा सामने आ गई है कि हम सबको एक दूसरे की कमज़ोरियाँ पता लग गई है, या जो वीकर सेक्शन है उनकी कमज़ोरियाँ और सामने आई हैं, उजागर हो गई हैं. So all of this, if you see whether जो chronic issues हैं वो infant mortality rate, even maternal mortality rate, and you see the difference in income variation, then job, I would say access to healthcare, and then job applications are being rejected, or people are getting are experiencing layoffs. All of that. Okay, that has been the major effect in impact. So that is why economically weaker section has also been highlighted now. Further, the writer also adds these issues which are being addressed by the established parties could have been the basis for the politics of a third formation. अगर ये जो इश्यूज हैं अगर हम इनको एड्रेस करते, जैसे established parties इनको एड्रेस करने की कोशिश कर रही है, बट अगर थर्ड फॉर्मेशन जो था पॉलिटिक्स का वो एक बेस बन जाता और वो इनको एड्रेस करता तो चीज़ें थोड़े और डिफरेंट होती. But evidently that is an adverb. Here if you see but, evidently that means clearly. But evidently the actor was hoping to take a shortcut to power by riding on the back of his fan clubs. Now what he was doing, Mr. Rajinikanth, he just sat, no plans, no substantial political agenda, or no substantial I would say no sturdy plan that he had, or program that he had, or promises that he had. He just verbal things that he had, and he was riding on the back of his fan clubs. That's it. He knew that he has numerous supporters, and if he comes up, he's definitely going to win. Okay, so just on that basis, he could not think that he will definitely win it. That is, I would say it is an over confident expectation or anticipation that he had that he's going to win just on the basis of his fan clubs. He would, but how would he run the state that is doubtful and dubious? Anyone right there who has any sort of doubt, right, until here, because the article is almost finished right here. Anyone who has a doubt, guys? Akash, Aarti, Ruchi, Rahul. There are people missing today. A lot many people are missing today. Why? I don't know, because of New Year maybe. All right. So let's go ahead. If you guys don't have any doubt, let's go ahead, guys. Okay. So he was riding on the back of his fan clubs whose members were from different social milieus. Social milieus, milieu is noun which means environment. एनवायरनमेंट, सोशल एनवायरनमेंट कहते हैं ना, एक तरीके का जो माहौल होता है या जो आसपास का जो सराउंडिंग होती है, सब अलग अलग जगह से थे, सबका अलग अलग बैकड्रॉप था इनके जो फैन क्लब्स हैं. सच अ स्ट्रैटेजी वॉज बाउंड टू फेल, ये तो फेल होनी थी, ये कोई स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं थी. एंड मिस्टर रजनीकांत looking for power to be handed over to him on a platter, कि भाई कोई आएगा उनको थाली में सजा कर चीज़ दे जाएगा, ये चीज़ संभव नहीं है. He must have realized his years in the film industry had hardly prepared him for a rough and tumble of political life. Tumble is used here as a noun which means fall, गिरावट. Okay, गिरावट, fall of political life where very little goes according to the script. मतलब सब कुछ script के according नहीं होता है. This is not a movie script that things will go as written. Things are uncertain here, and you cannot, predict the certainty. You cannot be certain about every step, or you cannot measure the steps that you take, because there are unforeseen situations and then things change within a matter of seconds. So this is the entire article, guys. You see right here the article ends, and we've discussed many words until now. And as I give you every day, these are the top 5 words that I believe you guys should definitely know from the article that we did today. As I have just told you, mercurial, we've discussed just. Tumble was the last word that I did, that means fall. As a verb, it means to fall. As a noun, it is fall. As a verb, it means to fall. गिरना और गिरावट दो अलग चीज हो गई, ठीक है. Mercurial, मैंने कहा था, it is an adjective which means temporary, like things that keep on changing. That could be mercurial. Guys, viable was again an adjective. It means something that is feasible, जो कि possible है. कह रहे थे ना कि जो संभव alternative वो ढूंढ रहे थे, उनके लिए it was a good opportunity, but now again it is not. Vague, again an adjective, guys. It means unclear, अस्पष्ट, जो कि clear नहीं है. You cannot see the things that are clear and simple. They are vague, that's unclear. Milieu was a noun subject that means environment or surrounding, your surrounding. आपका आसपास का जो area है, that is milieu, that is your surrounding. So yes, guys, if you see, I can see, okay, milieu. So these were all the 5 words. See, list of all the words are there on the site. The link is given in the description. You have to go. You will get synonyms, antonyms, sentences, and these words that we've discussed today. But ये जो 5 words हैं, मैं बस कुछ 5 words जो मुझे लगता है, I just try to throw some light and emphasize them a bit so that you guys focus more on these words. All right. So this was the entire session, guys, for today. And I wish to end the session right here. It's a bright day, as I said when the session began as well. And I wish you guys a good day and a warm day, a peaceful year, a healthy year, and definitely a prosperous one. May God fulfill all your wishes this year. Right, guys? So I shall see you tomorrow again. Thank you so much for joining in, and a very happy new year once again.